And I'll be honest with you, you can begin to work on the surface issues. I've talked to you before, the big sin in my life had always been and still is anger. And when I was younger, that anger would manifest itself openly, outwardly, these outbursts of wrath and, being, 6'1" and a half and, not a squab of any kind, but I could hold myself, stand like a Marine, and with all these things, I could be intimidating. Now, when I put my Marine voice on, I could be more intimidating. And what's interesting is that God began to deal with my anger over and over. It's sin, it's sin. I said, no, you don't understand. I would not be angry if they hadn't done that. And I would argue with the Lord for weeks and months. I wouldn't have been, if they wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't have been angry. And he said, listen, they didn't make you angry. They just revealed that anger was in you. That's what you've done. And so when you have this sin, understand that it was a heart issue. Now, there came a point, now this is years in my walk, that I was right in the middle of an outburst of wrath. God shut my mouth. And I apologized. I repented. I went to the Lord. From that moment on, and this is to God's glory, I've never had an outburst of wrath. I've never just got angry and yelled and screamed and did what I used to do. It hasn't happened. But I've noted this. My heart is still angry. My face, you're like, wow, he's so happy. And my heart is like, oh man, if I could just go just ballistic on you, I would just be, but my heart is still angry. And I've been dealing with the heart issues for decades and still got nowhere. And I realize what happens. Now, keep in mind, I'm getting rid of more and more of that gunk in my heart that deals with the anger and has the anger, but I'm recognizing just how deep it goes. That is sin. It is deep. It's below the surface. And although people would look and say, wow, you just never get angry, it's like, well, because you don't know the depth of my heart. And God just looks at my heart and says, man, you're angry all the time. I know. Forgive me, Lord. Deal with that area. And just pour in your love, that's what they experience. And so I love the fact that what we first see about leprosy is this. It's below the surface. The next thing we see is this. In Leviticus 13, verse 8, it goes on and says this. And if the priest shall see the scab, and indeed it is spread on the skin. Leprosy, not only is it below the surface, but it spreads. It's contagious. It moves from one area to another area to another area to another area.